Is it on? Let me see. Well, they say you can make money on the internet, so I don't know. I say we try. But listen, you can't tell your mom we're gonna use the money to buy more cars because she will kill me. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, if you're seeing this, it means that for the first time I am welcoming you inside the Build Barn. That's right. My name's Matt. This is August. And that's Zoe. Hello, big girl. Yes. Let's take a look around, shall we? Now, to answer one of your earlier questions, yes, I did in fact build all of these cars myself. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Except for the GT-R. But let me explain. I found this for sale at a Dodge dealership 3 years ago. A Dodge dealership. Now it is obviously on air suspension. As you can see, it's fully aired out. The frame is basically on the floor. And if I do the very famous work boot test, no, doesn't fit. Always make sure to wear proper footwear when working on cars. Ka-chow. So this one here, it doesn't have many modifications to it, unlike this thing here. But this is reliable. It's got an air intake, blow-off valve, and most of all, it starts when you want it to start. Unlike that one sometimes, but we won't get into that right now. Now I say I drive it all the time, I should say I drive it all the time in the summer, because where I am, if you bear with me, this is the weather outside right now. These are our lovely winters, and even though the GT-R is four-wheel drive, I don't think they make a winter tire that is 345 wide in the back, although that would be pretty sick. So, I'm stuck with this thing. This is a 2024 GMC Denali 2500, Denali Ultimate actually, 2500. We put a 4-inch lift on it, 35-inch tires. It is a beast. It can pull this 24-foot trailer with a car inside it like it's nothing, like it's not even there. I love it. Now every winter I tell myself we're gonna rip it open, put 1,000 horsepower, but there's always something else that comes along. Hello! So this will put a Starlight headliner in it with 400 lights, which was painstaking to say the least, but it turned out pretty good. And a underglow kit from, I can't even remember what the company was, but it's pretty cool. You can put any kind of color combination you want. All right, and now let's get to why I think most of you are here, and that would be this monster behind me. Let's roll that back and see it one more time though, right? So this is my 1993 Toyota Supra. We went all out on this. I mean, 1,000 horsepower. I think the only stock components from the engine are the block itself and the crankcase. The air intake we had custom made all the way from Australia with some nice carbon fiber there. I mean, what can you say about this thing? It is an absolute beast. The first project that I really put myself into, and it's just been amazing. And when I bought the Supra originally, I must say it looked a little different than it does now. There she is. Late October 2020 is when I picked it up. And I'm not gonna lie, there were times during the 7-hour drive there when I thought to myself, I hope this car is not a complete dumpster fire, because I hadn't seen it whatsoever, and it was pretty far. Now it's hard to tell, but there is a wide body kit on this car. Everything from the front bumper, side skirts, up to the rear. We did blend it into the car, so it's not like it really stands out much, but it does stick out another, I think it's 100 millimeters. So we were able to put some 315 wide tires in the back, which help with the 1,000 horsepower, but it's still not enough. I mean, you put this thing in third gear, you step out on the highway, the wheels are going to spin. It's 1,000 horsepower. It is what it is. It is badass. On the inside, we got the Sparco carbon fiber bucket seats with the matching red piping that just look insane. Harness, AEM display with all the information you could want. Matching Sparco steering wheel, everything. How cool is that? So believe it or not, I found it on Marketplace. It was about 7 hours from here. The guy didn't want to take a deposit. It was first come, first serve. So it was about 3 o'clock in the afternoon at that point. I jumped in my truck. I picked up a trailer car hauler from U-Haul and headed right over as soon as I could. Got there around midnight, put the car on the trailer. I was planning to stop at a hotel. When I got tired, I ended up driving right through the night. Every time I looked in my rear view mirror, I would just giggle because there was a Toyota Supra behind me on a trailer. It was an unreal feeling, something that I'll never forget. So when I bought the car, it did not have the twin turbo engine in it. It had the naturally aspirated engine. As you can see, I don't know if it'll focus, but on the engine there it says 2JZ-GE, being the naturally aspirated version and not the twin turbo version, which is the GTE. I knew that there was a GTE engine in Montreal with the I think it's a V160 transmission, so I managed to pick those up for a pretty penny, about half the value of the car actually, but I got the car for pretty cheap because nobody wants those naturally aspirated engines. You can't really do anything with them. It's not really worth your while. I was told to twin turbo them to make the power that you want, so we swapped that out, and I think I still have the block somewhere's in this garage, maybe over there. It's a little smoky on startup, but we're bringing it to my mastermind of a tuner anyways soon, because there's a couple things we need to fix before the summer. One of them being that when I try to downshift from 3,000 or 4,000 RPM into another gear, when I blip the throttle, it's almost like the car skips an engine rotation and then sends the gas to the engine. So we're gonna get that sorted out. There was also an issue last year that left me stranded a couple times where the ECU would not pick up the cam timing. So what it would do is you could crank it all day long, but the computer would not send the code to fire the spark plugs because it thought that the engine was out of sync. So that left me stranded 2 or 3 times where I had to bump start the car and get it back home. But we changed the ECU and now everything's working on that end. We just have to get the shifting sorted out and she will be perfect. Now, I am by no means a mechanic by trade. I don't have any training or formal training or anything like that. I'm just a guy in my garage who likes to mess around with cars. But that being said, I did manage to completely build this 400Z and that 240Z all by myself. And now we are going into a full-blown 1993 Mazda RX-7 project as well. And this thing, I mean, there's a lot to do on it. We kind of started a little bit just to get our hands dirty, but we're going to take out the entire engine. There's no intercooler or anything like that in it now. We're going to be diving into this very soon. Very excited. It should be a lot of fun. We're also completely stripping the interior, so I'm going to relocate the battery in the back here. I'm going to run the cables all the way to the front. We stripped out all of the seats, the carpets, everything that are all over here, which was quite a bit of junk. I think most of it will end up not going back in the car. We're just going to redo the whole carpet, the whole everything, and it should look a lot better. So I think that's going to do it for today. Like I said, next week we're diving into the 240Z. The engine started ticking and making some pretty funky noises, so we're going to go ahead and swap it with the, where is it? I think it's over here somewheres. I bought a 350 that should slide right into the existing 327. It should be interesting because, like I said, I don't really know what I'm doing, so you might want to stay tuned for that. And of course, we're going to be doing a full build series on the RX-7 behind. There's a lot of other projects that we have on the go, one being a 997 Porsche that I want to engine swap, and with the help of our lovely friends from Pandem, put a nice little wide body kit on it. It should be pretty cool. So stay tuned. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll catch you in the next episode.